Good afternoon, footy fans. It's a grand final edition of Spruikers, and as ever, Jake Norton is here to talk to me about the weekend's proceedings. Good afternoon, Jake.
Good afternoon, Hugh, and as ever, it's wonderful to be here with you, my friend.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you?
10.
10 plus? 10 plus.
Yeah, I would have thought so, yeah.
10 plus. It is an exciting weekend, and it's going to see Geelong start the longest odds they have all year. They're $1.47, plays Hawthorn $3.10. You wouldn't be able to get a price about the Cats like this at any stage during the year. It's not strange that it's the grand final, but some pretty good prices, I would imagine, there for both Hawthorn and Geelong.
Yeah, it'd nearly be Hawthorn's longest price for the season as well, possibly
close,
aside from playing Geelong earlier in the season.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So $1.47 about the Cats. Is it good enough for you to back?
Probably not. I'd be more inclined to take something in the winning margin market. I think that the Cats are $2.54 to win by under 40 points. I'd be surprised if they stretched Hawthorn. I'm tipping Geelong, but I'd be surprised if they stretched Hawthorn to any degree further than that. So I'd be inclined to take around the $2.54 about under 40 Geelong.
They say a lot of money on grand final weekend comes for the underdog, and there's been considerable support on other wagering platforms that we don't want to talk about for the Hawks.
Yeah. Oh well, we can talk about the fact that you're getting about $2.50 about Hawthorn, just about everywhere else, but $3.10 on Betfair.
Yeah, it is a really good price for those people who do like the underdogs. There's plenty of them out there on grand final weekend. And the Hawks' best price available in the market with Betfair at $3.10. We'll take a look at a couple of the other markets as well, because there's a host of them for grand final day, including first goal scorer, margin, quarter-by-quarter results, and of course the Norm Smith medal. The all-important Norm Smith medal, it gets a great amount of betting, the best on ground. And we've got a really clear-cut favourite this year for probably the first time in a while.
Yeah.
I don't think he started this short last time.
No, I think he was favourite last year.
But he was.
But no, not that short. At $7.60, that's probably ridiculous, I think.
Yeah, I think it's far too short. I think the notion is that he's been stung by the narrow Brownlow loss that, let's face it, he was robbed in.
That thought was used in similar manner last year. So, yeah, I'd be, $10 the field at least should be the price, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. And it's Ablett $7.60, Bartell $11.50, and then Franklin, Hodge, Mitchell $13 to $15, Corey $16, Selwood $17, and Johnson $17.50. And I know you've got one that's not in there. That's a bit of a smoky.
I think just about Geelong's most important player is Brad Ottens, and I think he can get the ascendancy over Campbell, and whether or not Hawthorn play Renouf or Taylor, either of those two blokes. I think Ottens is a crucial player, and he's $34 on Betfair, so I'm going to have a little wager on him.
Assuming, of course, that he's not going to have to rest in the forward line.
Yeah, well, I think that could enhance his chances. Could take a few plucks and snag a few. What do you think? Who's your tip?
He had 4 shots on goal last year. I think he won 3.
Yeah, he'll be rectifying that this year, apparently.
I like someone else who's not there, and I think he's in the 20s, but not listed here, is Corey Enright. I think, I don't know, there seems to be some kind of ever around half-back flankers, and, David Rees-Jones and these guys. Duckworth, I think, won one, and there's something about them. They're hard. They get a lot of the footy on a day like on a grand final day, and perhaps he might just be a bit of a bolt. So Boris for me.
Yeah, the Blade. Now, Tags, the most interesting thing this week for mine in surrounding this grand final is the selection of Paul Chapman, the likely selection of Paul Chapman, meaning that one unlucky Geelong player will miss out. Can you shed any light? Have you heard anything from the Geelong camp?
No, I haven't heard anything, but I disagree with you in that I think you want Lonergan or have Lonergan to miss. I don't think it'll be Lonergan.
I don't want it to be anyway, necessarily.
Well, unfortunately, it has to be.
Yeah.
I think Lonergan gives the team a lot of structure. I think they've played for the last 16 or 17 weeks with a too tall forward line, and I think what that does do is it brings other guys into the game like Chapman and Johnson and the goal sneaks. So I think they create a lot of opportunities for the smaller guys, and I don't think the smaller guys are as good if the bigger guys aren't there. So
drop a smaller guy.
I think it has to be a smaller guy.
Carey?
And no, I don't think it'll be Stokes. I think he'd have to be the stiffest player to miss out if that was the case. He's played every game or almost every game this year. Apart from a suspension, I believe. He kicks important goals. He plays well during most finals, including last year's grand final. So I think it's going to be Wojcinski.
Didn't Bomber declare him a certain starter after last week?
I think he declared absolutely everyone after last week. He certainly declared Barco. He said that Kelly played well. Kelly's a very good midfielder. I think he's quite underrated, and he's very tough as well. The question mark is who plays on Rioli. Rioli gives the Hawks a lot. He's an inspiration, and Wojcinski's pace would have been very good to try and nullify that little bit of X factor that the Hawks have down there. But I think they'll go for Wojcinski, and I think the key to that is that he didn't get straight back into the team after his first couple after his injury, and they pushed him back through the reserves, and whereas Kelly was brought somewhat straight back really when they had the opportunity. So
Kelly was only brought straight back in because Geelong were out of the twos.
Even still, I think Wojcinski found it harder to get back in, especially when Brisbane was playing. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if it makes a huge difference to the end result, but Chapman's a very handy inclusion, and I think Geelong personally. Yeah. I certainly hope so. Anyway, are going to win on Saturday. And,
I agree. I'd be dropping Mark Blake if I were Bomber Thompson.
I had a dream the other night that they dropped him. He had an arm injury in the dream. It was a weird dream, though. Let's face it. Yeah. Anyway, we should move. We should move on. Okay, so for the weekend, Geelong $1.47, $3.10 Hawthorn. You're going for the Cats?
I'm going for the Cats.
Under 39.5.
Under 39.5. $2.50 on Betfair.
And Norm Smith?
Brad Ottens.
I'm going for the Cats, $2.54, under 39.5, and Boris Enright for Norm Smith medals. Good luck to both teams.
And pussies.
Happy punting. We'll see you again next week.